Yes, 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 people. How are we all doing? Welcome on, welcome all back to the channel for a bit of a Liverpool news roundup today. Some topics to discuss, some debates to be had about the situation at the football club at the minute. Um, Obviously we got the news about the Alexander-Arnold injury. Got some news today about the Trent Alexander-Arnold injury. Some news today from David Lynch about a potential Mo Salah new deal. And we've got to discuss what the plan for this January should be. Are we okay with the football club not making any signings? Are we okay with that? All that's to discuss and more in this stream tonight. If you knew me, but first things first, let's get the housekeeping out of the way. If you knew me not already, make sure that like button, you are hitting that subscribe button, you are turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any more content. You are, if you want to support the channel, become a member. There's perks there. I think that's all the housekeeping out the way. The socials, I'll put in the description at some points. But yeah, I think I've got all that out the way. In fact, I can be a good YouTuber and put it on the bar at the bottom there, so you can see the social scrolling at the bottom there. But let's just get straight into this, people. Let's just get straight into this, and we are going to start off with the injury update from Pep Linders today during his press conference. So during his press conference, Pep Linders, thank you. Pep Linders revealed today that Trent hyperextended his knee during the last game, so he has a little tear in the lateral ligament of his knee, and he will need time to recover. He had the scan, and he will be out for a few weeks. So let's see after that. He will get some rest, and then hopefully he can come back to where he was, because this guy was decisive in all the games. He was the one who created constantly for us from deep and gave a high level of flexibility. We really miss him. Obviously, you're gonna miss Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's about a 3-week layoff, so he's gonna miss Bournemouth, the second leg of the so he's gonna miss tomorrow, obviously. Bournemouth, second leg of the cup, FA Cup and Chelsea. They're the games he's gonna miss, and he could potentially miss Arsenal depending on recovery time, which would be a massive blow. It's annoying. It's really gutting because Trent was so good for us. He was really coming to his own in the last month. For me, he was the best player in the Premier League in the last month. Absolutely cooking teams from deep. Losing him now, especially when you've got no Salah, you've Szoboszlai's not gonna be available for tomorrow. There's still no Robertson. Therefore, your best creators in the squad out. Where's the where are the goals? Where's the creativity gonna come from? Really, that's the question that's got to be answered by the players in the football club. But it's not doom and gloom. It certainly could have been worse. So if I'm being a glass half full kind of guy, it certainly could have been worse. He played on for a while with the injury. Thank God that didn't aggravate it further. God knows he would have been in trouble then. But um, we're all right. We've got away with it because by the time he's back, the majority of the core will be back. As Linders goes on to say, Van Dijk's back already. Don's progressing well, but he's not available for tomorrow, so he'll line up Bournemouth for Szoboszlai, Robbo, and he's got a scan. Then they go to Dubai, some proper sessions, then contact. So with Costas, they'll be back at the end of the month, and then Thiago and Bajcetic, it will be next month for them to train. They're getting on well. So by the end of next month, by the end of February, going into the real running part of the season, we could have a fully fit squad, bar Matip. That's a very good situation to be in, people. It's a real good situation to be in. Obviously, right now, in this present moment, when you have 10 players not available, it looks really bad, and it is quite bad. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and say, "Oh, it's perfectly fine." It is quite bad. We are gonna have to play kids for the next couple of games to try and, get through it, but it's not season ending, it's not panic stations, it's not, this, that, or the other. It's a fine it's not fine, it's a decent situation to be in. It certainly could have been a lot worse. So I've seen a lot of overreaction, I'll call it. People saying that title race is over, people saying that the season's done, people saying this, that, and the other. Is it a blow losing Trent for 3 weeks? 100% it is. But by the time he's back, alongside Robbo, alongside Tsimikas, alongside Thiago, alongside Bajcetic, alongside Endo, alongside Salah, everyone's looking at it very differently at that point. Everyone's looking at it very differently, a lot more positively, which is a good situation to be in. If we're getting the players back in for the run, you know, you could argue that this was the ideal time for someone to pick up an injury because you've got a break and you've not really got major opposition coming up. If he misses the Arsenal game, it's a little bit of a different one. But yeah, but let's get through some of these comments real quickly. Let's get through some of these comments. Big up my guy Yuvraj. Now it's time for Tom Little to step up at right back. Yep, thank you very much. I hope you sign a centre back in Jan, but I cannot see us signing anyone, which is disappointing, but not going to overreact. I'll touch on that later. I'll touch on it. But if you watch the Sam earlier, you know that I had a big sort of thing with him earlier about signing a centre back and everything. I would sell Diaz or Gakpo for Mbappe. I wouldn't sell Gakpo. Certainly wouldn't sell Gakpo. I think Gakpo's got a hell of a lot to offer. Some of those is decent as a sell understudy. We'll touch on that as well. Imagine we give Salah a new deal and sign Mbappe, and we have Mbappe on the left, Salah on the right, and Jota up front. That is illegal. It'd be a ridiculously good front three there. Big was my guy, Free Jenny. Big was my guy, Prepaid Soup. Well done showing up Hassan for the fraud he is earlier. I'll happily debate Hassan because I thought today, if I don't think there's a winner and a loser in these debates, but if you want to do winners and losers, I won today. Let's just keep that between us, though. Let's keep that between us. Biggest my guy, Mick. Hi, Tom and everyone. So is FSG still happy with the smallest squad? Any second thoughts? I don't think we've got the smallest squad. We've got 10 players out for whatever reason, and you've still got Allison, Kelleher, Van Dijk, Canate, Quansah, Gomez, Jones, Elliott, Gravenberch, McAllister, Salah, not Salah, I meant Diaz, Jota, Nunes, Gakpo. That's not counting any of the kids that are going to play. So if you want to throw in Bradley or something, he's played a fair few minutes already this season. You've got a squad that's about 27, 28 deep. That's fine. That's not a small squad in any shape, way, or form. Really not. All that's happened is we just had a bit of a clump. You get it? What that should mean, though, the way I like to look at football, you know, I think that you get your juice certain injuries at certain points. Hopefully, that means we've got all these sort of out of the tank now, and for the second half of the season, we're going to pick up barely any, and that's when you really want to avoid injuries in the second half of the season. So I don't have any second thoughts. No, no real second thoughts. I think it's my guy. I love Liverpool. Remember West Ham, no Trent, no Mo. We are good. Hopefully, the team can reach those levels again. Trent is a bigger loss than Salah at the minute. Probably, yeah, because there's no direct Trent replacement. There's no direct Salah replacement, but you can replace him in aggregate. I don't know how you replace Trent's sheer range of passing and sheer creativity in aggregate. I don't think you've got a player in the squad that does that. That's the big argument there. There goes my guy's selection. Do you believe all the ones you were mentioning will be back? If aiming for titles, I'm not okay with this, not gonna lie. I've got to believe them. I've got to believe them because it's what we're being told by the club. Do I think all of them will avoid setbacks? Probably not. But if it's a Thiago or a Bajcetic, we've been without them all season anyway. We've handled it fine without them, so I'm not stressing out if it's one of them. If it's a Robbo or a Simicast that gets set back for another month, it'll be a blow. But should one of them, be back? You take that sort of thing. I just look at it and go, I can understand the worries, I can understand the concerns, but take a step back, look at it. By the end of next month, everyone's back fit and ready to go. In that time, you've got like 6 games, 7 games. Because I don't know when the Europa League is. I don't know when the next FA Cup round will be, should you get through. So you look at that. I think there's a little bit of an overreaction. I think there's a little bit of an overreaction, if I'm being honest. I understand the concerns, but it's not that bad, if you get me. It's not like, all panic stations. If we had Simeon Robbo right now, Joe would slot in at right back and no one will be worried at all. Exactly. I mean, Bradley's got to do it for 3 games. Bradley, or maybe it'll be, 1 game when it's Bradley at right back and then Owen Becker go, one at left back for the other one. You can rotate that sort of way. Maybe you'd even see a situation in the cup game, for example, against Norwich, where both of them play because you can afford to not play Gomez against low-end opposition. You can maybe see something like that. This is a manager that's shown me in the past when he's gone for multiple trophies and we've had fitness issues, he knows how to rotate a squad. I'm gonna trust him. I'm and we can't afford one more injury now, right? I mean, I wouldn't want another injury, but if it's an attacker, you can manage. If it's a midfielder, you can manage. If it's another centre back, yeah, you're sort of going shit. But if it's an attacker or a midfielder, you can deal with that. You can manage with that. You'd be quite fine with that. Um, Quansah right back, I wouldn't do Quansah right back. I'd play Bradley. I'd play Bradley. Quansah had a good season at centre back. I don't feel it's the smart things to move him out of that position, if you get me. But, so yeah, there is no one else who can do the inverted role like Trent. 100%, 100%. Unique player. He's one of the best of them. To be fair, this is what any team needs to face every season now. It is, and we're dealing with it fine, Mickham. I also don't think certain teams, at least this season, Chelsea have had it, and maybe Newcastle, but I don't think City have had 10 people, not key, but 10, players who play out injured at the same time. I don't think Arsenal have. We do right now. These are the sort of thing you gotta consider, and we're managing just fine. We're still top of the league. We're still, challenging on all fronts. You take that. You 100% take that. Uh, Outlaw Cromwell, 3 highest chance creators unavailable at the moment. I'm worried. There's a worry there, but I think it's time for certain players to step up. I think Harvey Elliott can step up and offer creativity. I think Curtis Jones can. I think McAllister can. I think Nunes can. I think Diaz can. Losing it means you're gonna build up in different ways. Maybe that could also be a thing that we need and just change it up a little bit, offer something a little bit different, if you get me. Even if Thiago and Bajcetic both don't come back next month, Oscar is still looking saucy. It's good. It's good. If I'm telling you by the Arsenal game with a little bit of luck in terms of recoveries from injuries, your starting 11 is Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, Konate, Robertson, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Jones, Diaz, Nunes, Joseph, for example. If I'm telling you that's your team for Arsenal in the league, I think everyone takes that, and that's a possibility that could happen. But you just can't rule these things out. Everyone looks at it very differently, and even then, let's take Robertson out. Let's say Robertson isn't ready. Gomez slots in. Still a good 11. Still a good 11. Um, March is Europa. Okay, that's good to know. If there's any season we can go through these problems, it's this season. After all, we got our lucky mascot named Darwin. He'll be cool. Who was my guy? Drunk Vigo. My buddies Chelsea last 7 have been draws. Trent could have been a different story, struggle against them. 100%. But I also think that Chelsea at Anfield, they're not good. Let's be very fucking real. They are not good. They're not good. So with them not being good, I am quite happy to take the gamble and trust that a Nunez is gonna cause that dodgy defense problems, that a Jota, who we don't really get to see have his best games against Chelsea in the past, can step up and really, impact this one. These are the things I'm looking at. Um, Hi, Tom, do you make your own bread or Tesco's? It's not the 1800s. I buy Tesco's bread. Hassan was right. When Conte went down via Arsenal, I panicked, so I think an emergency loan centre back would suffice. Fair enough. Did I went, "Oh, fucking hell, another one," but I wasn't sitting there going, "Oh, fucking hell, I've got no centre backs left." But this the thing, like, I don't see the point. I don't know what centre back you get on emergency loan. This the thing, I don't know which one it would be in January. These are things that have to be considered. Would you take Dragusin as a centre back in January? He's a cheap buy. No. No, 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 no. Like I said with Hassam earlier, I'll say it again now. I'd love us to get a centre back in, but it's gotta be a top target. I don't see the point in us buying a stopgap because it's not like we've got no centre backs. You've got 4. You've got 4, and then when you get Robbo, when you get Trent, Joey G doesn't necessarily have to start every game at fullback. You can use him as a centre back option, which is his natural position. So you got 4 centre backs then. And yes, oh, Karate's injury prone. Ooh, Gomez is injury prone. They the logic the idea that they both get injured for long periods at the same time, you'll be incredibly unlucky, and you can't necessarily account for that. It's the thing, you can't always predict and account for injuries. You can't. They just sort of happen. Only gave 4 first-team players in each phase. Well, you only need 4, don't you? Tom gets his fruit salad from I don't even have fruit salad, mate. Am I a coffee or a tea guy? I don't drink either. It's going to be McAllister. Nobody else has that pass in them in the team. Best pass in that team out Trent and Salah. McAllister can offer you the deep creation. I think Nunes is gonna be very important in terms of offering forward creation, not because he's a creative player, but in the sense that, he's incisive with his pass and this, that, and the other. He's got how can I say? He's got an aura around him, should we say. Nunes carries a certain aura around him that creates, whether we like it or not. That's why he's got like 10 assists this season. Tom, how you respond to the people saying we all knew this would happen, we are injury prone? Um, well done, but it's not a panic sort of thing. Like, so the people who are saying that, no one predicted Robertson would get injured because he barely ever gets injured. And we've got so many of these things that are like fit and ready and available to go. So, like, y- this ain't bad. Whether we like it or not, this ain't bad. I'll put it like that. We've had it a lot worse, a lot worse. Steve Colwell getting destroyed by a championship winger, no one else is on defending. I like Levi Colwill. I think he's a very good centre back. I really do, and I want them massively in the summer. I think Jurgen Klopp and Van Dijk working with could have produced a top centre back. I think Pochettino is managing him horribly by playing him as a left back. He's not a left back. He doesn't have the same capabilities to defend as a full back that Joey G does. Joey G does. Big Nat. That's who we got. And the spirit in the squad's looking great. Good job from the Jurgen and staff. I agree on that front. I agree on that front. We need some guests on the show. I am gonna figure out a point, like a set group of people to get on. I am gonna try and figure that out, but it won't be the usual ones that you normally see. So Hassan won't. I doubt Hassan will be a very like he might be once every 2 weeks sort of thing. 'Cause you don't want to see Hassan X Tom every day. Lose its charm then. Big ups Tom. Klopp is keen on Neto, but reports also say you want Elise in the summer, and I want Inacio go pay the release clause. I hate this reactive stuff. City isn't reactive, they are proactive. Disagree. They only bought Doku because Mahrez wanted to go. They only bought Kovacic because Gundogan went. Every team is reactive in a sense. Every team is. A proactive team is someone who buys a winger 3 years in advance of their one going, and then they develop them in that time, sort of thing. Like a proactive move in like a base form, you could argue was Bryan Diaz while we still had Mane, but Diaz was brought in as a reactive move because we had no quality on the left wing because Mane was struggling. This idea that you can be a proactive or a reactive team, I used to be one of the ones in the camp of, "Oh, we need to be more proactive." It's a very hard thing to be when you're trying to compete at the very top level because you can't win. You buy these players for 3 years in advance, then they all go, "Why are they not playing now? What's the point in signing them? We need first team ready players." You can't really win. Um, but we see a massive difference in performance from Gomez at right back and centre back, but this season has made me trust him more. I don't think you do. I just think last season Joe Gomez at centre back struggled because guess what? Everyone fucking struggled. Joe Gomez has been a very good centre back for us in a lot of our good teams. So I don't feel like suggesting that he is that sort of thing. That he can't play centre back anymore. I disagree. Jacob from United Spurs America said he'd let you go on the show. If Jacob wants to hit me up and get me on a show, I'm more than happy to. Please drop me a DM or anything. Jacob's sound lad. Jacob's a good lad, so I got no problem with that. What will be your lineup for Fulham, and what is your prediction for the game? Kelleher, Bradley, Bonser, Van Dijk, Gomez, Maka, Jones, Gravenberch, Elliott. In fact, no. Take Jones out, put Elliott in midfield, and then Diaz, Gakpo, Nunes. Same front three that played against Arsenal, but yeah, a couple of changes in there. CGLR wants Kent, Gomez, Matic for the Saudi team. Might as well call Liverpool old boys. I don't think he's gonna last very long there. I've got to be honest. I don't think Stevie G's gonna last much longer out there. Congratulations on the Carabao Cup, Tom. 1-0 to Middlesbrough. It's a bit of a stinker, that one. I agree. Joey G has been great. Hi, Tom. If you could have a greasy fry up at 6 a.m. with any Liverpool player, who? Probably Alisson. Uh, our style of play is too extreme for today's player, Tom. We have 4 defenders available. Should have 8. No, I don't think you should. Why would you need 8 defenders? I mean, are you on about centre backs or defenders in general? Because we do have 8 defenders, just 4 of them are injured. So again, these are the things you've got to understand. We can't predict injuries, and by next month we'll have 7 defenders. If you're on about defenders as a whole, not just centre backs, this style of play is fine. A lot of teams play this style of play. It's high intensity, but it's high reward. We are sound. It's just infuriating seeing KDB return and then Trent gets injured. It's all luck, lad. It's all luck. It is, but that's what it is. We've looked far more secure defensively with Tsimikas and Gomez at left back instead of Robertson, who's played the season. I know Robertson got out of jail sometimes with his assists. I disagree. I really do disagree. Gomez, I can hear because Gomez is a very good defender, but I think he looked better defensively with Robertson in there. I think Robertson was just the scapegoat of the team figuring out the system early on. Robertson was actually one of our best performers. Robertson sits third in terms of most chances created, 90 for us, all that whilst being the more defensive of the 2 fullbacks. But I don't like this idea that Robertson ain't all that, and he's had a bad season. He was very good before the injury, and he was one of our most important players. Um, Liverpool Football Club stars. Oh, this is what Indicali wrote. It's bollocks. Just ignore him. Ignore Indicali. Ignore him. Chelsea are a reactive team in the transfer window, but still a shit. Chelsea are just shit. Um, hope we get an easy final if we get through Fulham versus Middlesbrough. Oh yeah, I was lost. I thought you were on about Fulham playing. No, no, no. Yeah, fingers crossed Middlesbrough can hold out. I don't know if they will do it at Stamford Bridge, but fingers crossed they can hold out, and then you've got a nice easy run to the first couple of the season, which is a massive thing. You've got to remember winning that Carabao Cup. A lot of good teams do it. A lot of good teams do it. Just to start surely. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I wouldn't mind waiting for his first starts with Bournemouth. How many Tom Littles do you think there'll be in the squad against Fulham? Um, in the starting 11, just the one. On the bench, probably about 5. Matip is done. Ibu great, but got injury problems. VVD will not be young forever. So when Matip and VVD are done, we'll have 3 centre backs. So you just set. That's why I want Inacio. You can breathe him in slowly. I do want a centre back. And again, if Inacio was available, I like Inacio. I've been saying Inacio for a while, but um, you look at Van Dijk is 32, showing no signs of a decline. Matip, yeah, Matip's done, but we all figured Matip was gonna be gone anyway. Ibu, sure, you gotta deal with that. Gomez, Quansah. So Van Dijk, Konate, Gomez, Quansah. They're good options for at least the next 3 years, in my opinion. Yeah, you only need to add one more star. And for me, whether it's Inacio, whether it's Diomande, I don't think the club want Inacio. I think the club wants a Diomande. I think the club wants someone to partner Van Dijk, not replace Van Dijk, if you get me. Because if you buy Inacio, he plays in Van Dijk's position. That's the thing you gotta consider. Hi, Tom. If you have a Sam on your show, can you set up a card system, yellow and then red, send you off back, please? I'll give you a super chat. What? So when Sam's on the show, should I introduce a system where a yellow card's a fiver and a red card's a tenner, and you get a red card, he's got to sit off stream for 5 minutes. Oh, I can see Robbo transition into a left centre back when his legs start to go. I think Robertson's one of the ones who might struggle a little bit when his legs start to go. I really do, because that's the majority of his game. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope he does have a good career once his legs start to go, but that's just like a initial way sort of thing. Don't you think it's a bit curious that the club has stated all the injured players will be back by February? No? It's what happens. So it's just injuries sometimes. Like, Robbo's been out 3 months. We can't control the fact that it takes 3 months to recover from a shoulder injury. Trent, it's a 3-week injury, he'll be back February. Like, I don't think it's a conspiracy theory or anything like that, gotta be honest. Robertson has had a great season before the injury. He had that one mistake versus Brighton, that's it. Yeah, I agree. I don't love Inacio, to be honest, not big enough to be our LCB. I think Inacio's a very good defender. I think he's a very good defender, but, um, I don't think he's what Liverpool wants. Konate, when he's fit, is the best centre back in the world. Yeah, don't doubt that. Tom, my dream number 9 is defender. He's somehow I bet my life on will become world class. Maybe, maybe. Um, I haven't watched enough of Leipzig this year, but I know he's doing bits for them numbers wise, so he could be one to look out for. Uh, you should sweet talk Courtney Maisie. Say what though, some of her vlogs are very good. I like some of Courtney Maisie's vlogs, they're very good. What I don't understand is where to put these scouting defenders. Is it for Jan or the summer? People just have a constant wheel of scouting. That's how it is. And if any of these players are available in January, I'm sure we get them. Openda is basically Jota with lightning pace and good link up. Openda is so too fast, I don't know which foot he was. Fair enough, if you're backing that much. Tom, you're a bit naive youth, I guess. I just don't believe that these players have the same shit mentality that Daniel Sturridge had, where they'd feel a knock and then refuse to play. These players wanna play football. So I do think it's that I don't think it's a conspiracy. But people, next thing to discuss. The next thing to discuss is the article from David Lynch today discussing Mo Salah's future. Wait, this is right here. So, it's a good read. If you haven't read it already, get on it. Support my man David Lynch, absolute hero. But he basically goes on about how Liverpool fend off the interest, but there was sort of an understanding that he'd probably go the next year. Um, the club were happy for him to go next year, should he have got a Champions League because of the money in the Saudi Pro League, it makes some good money, and Salah agreed with that, hence why he wasn't really kind of forced to move. However, the fact that the Saudi League hasn't kicked off in the same way that they thought it would do, um, that's cast some doubts, and because he's not slowing down, because he's still performing at the very top level, they're sitting there going, well, Salah could be sitting there going, "Why would I wanna leave Europe at this point when I know that money is still gonna be there?" You know, he's the top scorer in the Premier League, he's got all these stats which he ranks highly in, and you look at the way that Firmino and Henderson are really sort of dealing with the Saudi league. I mean, Henderson wants to go to fucking Ajax. Can't wait to watch Henderson try and play total football. But, you watch all these factors are gonna weigh on Salah's mind, and there's a chance he could, you know, extend, but as David says to end it, a further extension must acknowledge his worth while also protecting the club from a decline that is seemingly yet to begin, but will do so eventually. So will we find that delicate balance? And then the final line, the key part, they will surely be aided by the fact that it's far less certain than it seemed it might be that Salah himself will be keen to go. So Salah himself might not even wanna go to Saudi at this point. He might sit there and look at his career and go, "I'm 32, I'm still performing at the level of one of the best players in the world. Why do I wanna waste that?" And if Salah doesn't want Saudi, you've gotta do everything you can to get him to sign that new deal. You've got to do everything you can to get him to sign that new deal. 100% you have to, because getting Mo Salah tied down to a new deal, getting the best player in the Premier League tied down to a new deal is a statement of intent. And if you've got all these aspirations to be in these top talents, they wanna play with top teammates, and Salah, Van Dijk, Trent, Ali, Dom, Maka, Diogo, all these players play a part in that, you know, Konate, all these players, all these good players play a part in attracting talent to Liverpool, so to be able to keep Salah on the books, I think you've got to do it. I think you have to do it. Genuinely a no-brainer for me. In terms of that decline that's coming, it's a gamble that you're gonna have to take, but there is literally 0 signs of it. There's no inclination. You could see Mane, it was coming, it was coming, it was coming. With Salah, there's nothing. That man just seems to adapt his game in any shape, way, or form, and that's the big thing for it. The Mbappe stuff is the thing that I've seen today about, "Oh, well, I don't know if I'd give Salah a new deal because of Mbappe." I think you've got to. I think you've got to try and get Salah and Mbappe together. Get them together, the league is in trouble. The league is in trouble. Um, but let's see what you lot are saying. Big up my guy Gary Richards. Liverpool will keep Salah. Mo Salah, even at 35, will still be someone the Saudi league will want. That's a factor as well. Should that Saudi league money still be there, he's always gonna have offers like that available to him. We need Salah to sign a new deal. He does not look like he's slowing down at the top level. Salah wants to win the Champions League one more time, and even the Premier League at least one more time, hopefully. Look at the look at all the players begging to leave Saudi. Imagine Henderson ends up at Newcastle. Um, if true, Salah is getting a new contract offer still until 2028. He is ready to accept a new contract. Same for Trent and Diaz. A contract Adrian earns more than him. Oh well, I'm sure Diaz is living just fine anyway. Um, what's next? Salah will seen the Hendo news too, obviously. I think even giving Salah a 3-year extension on the same wage would still be worth it, 100%. Um, it is just the Saudi press pushing the Salah to Al Ittihad, not the British side. What's the most you pay Salah to stay? 400K a week, 500. I give him. He's on what, 350 right now? 350, 400. I think that's about right. Tom is the lieutenant of the Liverpool army. Thank you very much, Gareth Rees. Or Garth, sorry, I apologise, Garth. Which attack would you sacrifice for the better winger like an Mbappe or Leao? Logic would dictate it's Diaz. Tom, you need Salah 'cause no one like him. Mhm. There's no one in the world like him. Mbappe is the only one in the world that can compare to Salah's output, which is why if you're able to add the two of them together, it's never gonna happen, but it'd be mental. You're right, Tom. It's excellent. Keep saying it, man. Curtis Jones, the top talent. Top talent, and I'm glad that people started to realise it. Um, if Liverpool had to play Man City on what? Um, ideally none, because I don't think any of them sort of provide a boost to performance. So I'm gonna go none there, Charlie. I'm just gonna hope that, get a bit of pasta down them in the morning. Hopefully that's good enough for them. Oh my god. Um, only change I see tomorrow: Kelleher, Bradley, VVD, Jossa, Gravenberch. Only Buddy's set piece and creativity. I think Harvey comes in, and Harvey offers you a good amount of set pieces. Harvey offers you creativity. Nunez is gonna give you creativity. Um, Jones can provide it in spurts. Maka can provide it in spurts. So I don't think it's all as doom and gloom sort of thing. Um, did you see Salah playing in midfield for Egypt? I have no doubt he'd be super creative for LFC. He is super creative. He is. He's very good. Imagine Arsenal signed Havertz, Man U, Mount, Spurs, Thibaut Werner. Imagine we get Lukaku just because. Ideally not. Um, Mbappe going to Real Madrid. Salah's better anyway. Uh, Jones ruined Benjamin Shite the other night. Surprised he hasn't gone missing in action. It was a naughty little skill move there. Nunez got Gakpo, Jota front three versus four. I see that. I see that. Uh, Tom, you're the resident Scouser here. How sick is the atmosphere gonna be tomorrow? Fingers crossed it's good. Fingers crossed it's good. But, it's a bit volatile, should we say, at the minute. A little bit volatile. I don't know what you're gonna get, but cup games, especially cup semi-finals, are normally very good for atmosphere. Nunez will be benched. I'll be a little bit disappointed if that happened. Tom, how much do I have to super chat for you to watch an Appendicompies the one? Um, I mean, I don't know if I can watch them because of copyright, so I don't know. Tom, Conor Bradley, Liverpool captain 2028. don't think he'll ever reach that level, but he can do a job. Trent being injured gives others like Grant a chance to shine, 100%. Ben White needs to calm down, the face tan, he looks like a pizza. Oh, who was my guy, Steve? If Andy Spurs to win Arsenal now, I think I'm just betting on Arteta. I agree with that statement as well. But the last thing I want to talk about, people before I call it a night, should Liverpool sign players this January? And my answer is, based off of the market as it stands, no. And that is a bit of a answer that I don't think many people agree with. It's an answer that, people wanna see signings and I get that. But the way this football club operates, and you do sort of have to Ad says it brilliantly on Spaces, know your owners. Know your owners. They've got some trust in me because of how good this summer window went. They clearly know what type of target they want for centre back and for DM, etc. If they're not available right now, the need is not so pressing to get a stopgap because you got to bear in mind you're bringing a stopgap. They're most likely going to need time to adapt to the Jurgen Klopp system. They need time to adapt to the Jurgen Klopp system. You don't How long is that gonna take? How many points are we gonna drop in the process because of the mistakes that are gonna be made because of them adapting to the system sort of thing? All these things have to be considered when this is being discussed. So for me, I don't see the point in rushing to get a signing in this window unless it is, a Diamande becomes available or a Boubacar Kamara becomes available, etc. If the clubs that hold our top targets are staying firm, which they most likely will, 'cause it's January now, a lot of them are gonna be competing at the very top level. I don't see why you'd risk it. I really don't, because the club clearly have a plan, a succession plan of sorts, a plan for the future of sorts in terms of how they want the squad to be built. Putting in a player like that is just gonna damage it probably. It's gonna limit it, it's gonna damage it, etcetera. You don't really wanna risk that. So, I'm okay with not bringing in a signing this window because I don't think it is pressing, should we say. Because whilst we do have a number of players out at the minute, next month they're all back, so the crisis is averted sort of thing. Oh, okay. Anyway, to end the stream, let's get through the last sets of comments here. Um, I watched your video with Sam Stay was good. I watched your video for Judgment. I appreciate the support, Steve, mate. Always good to see. If Anfield show up, I don't care who Klopp starts to beat down. My Arsenal friends are so upset. Matt Speed for 25 mils worth of risk fine. I doubt you're looking for in the Dutch league. Maybe. I don't really know though. Again, that's because I haven't watched them. Big up Solo P1. February potentially could have February could potentially have everyone back except Massive. And that's the big thing for me. We feel better than Kamara. Big claim that. Be a big claim. Tom question: negative is how prime troops choose who hits different. Prime troops. Prime troops. Prime troops. Sam's my guy, but in his heyday, Troops was fucking hilarious. He was so funny. He was so funny. We have 8 players out. Yeah, and then by midway of next month, we could have 1 player out. I think we need players regardless of injuries. Really, Mike? Really? I mean, we'll have to hash this out at some point because I think me and you disagree there. I think me and you disagree. Uh, I understand what the damage might be done. The damage is not gonna be done in the space of 1 league game in the nicest possible way. Because by the time we play Chelsea, Trent should be back. By the time we play Chelsea, Robertson should be back. You're looking a lot stronger then. The damage shouldn't be done by then. Biggest my guy Cody. I'm good, mate. I'm good. A little bit tired, but I'm good. Not footy related. Watching Callum Smith fight the weekend. Maybe depends on time it's on. A whole new midfield brought in over the summer, and look how good they've been. I'm not worried about our transfer business. My thoughts exactly. Love his shirt collection in the back, but why not Liverpool players? I've got loads of Liverpool shirts, I just prefer to wear them. I quite like having them on the back, so it's a little bit of variety. It's a little bit of variety. I mean, I've got a signed Liverpool shirt over there from '07, '08, but I just like it. I People know I'm a Liverpool fan. You can gather I'm a Liverpool fan, but these are players that I have a lot of love and respect for, sort of thing. Like my guy Melito, never, ever, ever gets the respect he deserves. Uh, Mike Das, aka Billy the Kid, he killed Arsenal yesterday on Staffy's stream. I want like Mikey already dead. Mike getting some big plays there. You should collab with Leo's goals. Is that is that the fella on TikTok? He does stuff with Jose Enrique every now and then. He he's run Liverpool goals. Is that him? I think I've seen him on TikTok. He's a decent content creator. Look, if he's up for it, I'm up for it. I'm up for collabing with most people in the scene. I've got no problem with that. I'm up for collabing with most people in the scene. If they wanna do it, let's do it. If they wanna do it, let's do it. But people, I'm gonna call it there because it is 1 o'clock in the morning. I need to go to bed. I love yous, I'm gonna leave yous. But before you go, if you know you're not already, make sure you hit that like button, you are hitting that subscribe button, and you're turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any more content. Love yous, leave yous, in a bit, in a bit, in a bit, ta-ra, people.